Let me see.
When you get to see that moving, it's awesome.
That is what's worth it. You know, Jason, what worth it is to see people like that smile and say, wow, what a transformation in this bike. That's what worth it, really.
That cover is going to...
He's a fun guy. Me and Kevin were discussing earlier about which part we're going to install. We decided to go with the Brembo rear caliper. Of course, this is custom powder coated by Moto Million. And you guys can go back to Manny. I believe he made a video about this part, about the rear caliper, and this rear bracket. It's made by, I believe, a company in England. So can't wait to see the finished work and to start actually taking everything apart. We'll do some recording for that. Give us, guys, what you think about this brand, about this conversion, because it's going to be completely different than what we have right now, what comes stock in the bike. So I believe it's going to match beautifully, especially with the black. So we can't wait to share that with you guys. The end result, of course, the beautiful DBK, the awesome racing. And all right, Mr. Kev, we're back with you, buddy, here, taking off the rear caliber for the M2023.
Yeah, we disconnected our brake line, tied it up so it doesn't drip brake fluid everywhere.
Yes.
Dropped the caliper, took off the sensor. So now all that's left on this side is just the hanger for the caliper. So now we're ready to take off the rear wheel. I already got the nut off the rear wheel out on this side. Took our locking nut off and we're ready to slide this axle through.
Again, we're back here with our good buddy Kevin, taking off the rear bracket for the factory, for the BMW.
Yep.
And he's going to explain it to us how that works.
Yeah, so we just took our wheel off, we got our sensor disconnected, we got our caliper off. So all that's left is the bracket and the actual chain adjuster that works together with the bracket, which is pretty cool. So you got to take off this set screw, this little screw over here, which I already loosened up. So I was taking the rest of it out. Boom, that guy comes out, throw it in our parts bin. And now it's pretty cool if you come over to this side. That's pretty cool. Now we got that guy out. If you come over here, your chain adjuster is just going to slide right out.
Nice.
So you see your bolts, your actual adjuster slides into the grooves right there, and that's what will pull your rear wheel back and forth, get the tension and alignment correct of your chain. And then you can see it also has little grooves in here, so it can't spin inside the bracket there. And now we can slide this forward off of the swing arm, and boom, there you go. Now we're going to get to taking off the front sprocket. So I'm going to take off your shifter lever here, and gain access to the front sprocket.
Are you going to change the chain for us also today?
Yes,
good
yeah.
buddy Kevin. As we mentioned earlier, we took the rear wheel, we took the rear bracket, and mine as well. He said we're gonna continue disconnecting the front sprockets because we're updating that also, Kevin, to a new sprockets.
Yep, we got new chain sprockets over there on the table.
Yes, sir. Can we show it to them? Which is the Alpha Racing front sprocket.
Yep.
That's what we choose for the build series. And the DBK 520 3D black
Yeah, I took that chain out, and it definitely looked better than I thought it would.
Awesome,
At first,
awesome.
I was a little like curious why you're gonna do chain, and I noticed you changed up the sprocket sizes.
Exactly.
And it's a different color scheme, which is pretty cool. It's gonna that gold on the inside links is gonna pop.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome to see that, because I didn't know that he actually opened the chain. You know the reason why I went with the DBK. There isn't really many company makes in black. So I choose DBK. I believe in their quality. It looks awesome. Of course, as you guys can see, there in the package is Vortex. Also, it's an American company here. And of course, we went with the black look. And as Kevin mentioned earlier, he said we don't know why I choose exactly black. It's just pretty much to go to complete the whole look for the bike and give it that.
Yeah, so I was taking it apart and making sure there was a master link in there too. Some chains will come without a master link, and then the chains you can't really put the chain on without a master link. So I was making sure that was in there, and it is.
Awesome, awesome. So yeah.
Come over this side, you can see it's shaved down, there's no more head. You see these heads are mushroomed over, so you can't push it straight through. So we just cut down that mushroom so you can push out the pin. Now there are multiple ways to do it. People like to just cut here, and then you can just move it. There's multiple ways of doing it. Some people just push the pins through without cutting it down, but that can break the tool sometimes. And I've heard too, it also scratches the inside of the roller going through. Obviously that doesn't really matter for this used one, but when we do the new chain and we have to shorten the chain, this is how we're going to do it so we don't damage the inside of the roller with that mushroomed over pin going through. So now that we got our chain off, I'm going to continue taking off the front sprocket. You see I use the front sprocket to help guide the old chain out, that's why I didn't want to remove it yet. This is the lock washer we were talking about before. Boom, and sprocket. Boom.
Nice. How is that condition of that sprocket, Kevin?
Very good. Teeth still look good. Up in here is where you really want to worry about, of course, your splines actually going into your engine. No leaks around the seal. You'll see a lot of guys too, they'll get a whole lot of chain lube buildup, and then that'll attract dirt, it'll attract like leaves, grass. Especially off-road guys have to be careful about stuff getting behind their sprockets and ruining and damaging the seal, and then causing an engine leak, and then even more of a mess, and gets out of hand. That's there. Awesome. So, yeah.
So the
beautiful.
teeth of that sprocket looks nice and clean. Nice.
Yeah, teeth are still in good condition. Rear sprocket's still in good condition. The chain is no longer in good condition, but
yeah, that's definitely we're gonna update that factory chain from BMW to.
So we're back. We got your rear sprocket carrier and sprocket over here. I took off the hardware, so it's all loose. Come off. You can see hardware is out. Sprocket ready to come right off. Now we're gonna put the new guy on with the new hardware.
Nice.
And I was looking over the new hardware, and I did notice something. Hold the other one out. So, oh wait, no, there it is. It is open. Cool. So if you notice, this one is a mechanical locking nut. This one doesn't have any sort of cut or teeth on it. If you can kind of see what I mean. Then there's some of them too, you'll see there's an indent, so it actually makes the thread almost like an oval. And it doesn't look like it has that style of mechanical locking either. So when we put these on, I'm going to make sure to put some red Loctite on there. Because you definitely don't want your rear sprockets coming loose.
Safety is very important.
Exactly.
And of course, he's installing right now, very big company, it's known out there, it's the Alpha Racing. It is a very big company. They involved in the SBK World Superbike with BMW, and I will put their website slide right here so you guys can know who is Alpha Racing. They got so many parts, of course, body parts and performance parts, and this is one of their parts, is the front rear sprocket, 17 teeth front sprocket for racing.
And when putting the front sprocket on, make sure you go in the right direction. You don't want, it is directional, make sure the right side's going on. And as you saw with this style of lock washer, you want to make sure the splines are on the splines before you put your nut on there. And then we'll torque that down once we got the chain on, so that way we can actually hold that in place with the rear brake. And then we will bend those tabs back. Now, let's put the rear wheel on. Actually, before we do that, we gotta do the rear brakes a little bit.
Yes. Good buddy here. Kevin trying to align the EK 520 3D chain.
Come take a look at the front sprocket. Alright, so I got the front chain just about started. Turn that guy around. Spin through.
I love the way it looks. This chain looks absolutely amazing. He's gonna explain Azur is gonna do now.
So we put our adjusters in until a reasonable amount, so that way while the chain wears looser. So when we need to tighten the chain, the adjusters come out, so we want to adjuster as far in as we can. So we got it there, and now we have our, see, we're going to cut this link, so that way we have two open ends. So it's going to look like this once when this link is cut. But you see, if we were to do this link and cut this link, and if I can get it in there, and if we were to cut this link, we would have an open link in up. And we got our tools set up with the correct stuff. You want to make sure you can see one side is a little bit bigger gap than the other. You want to make sure the bigger gap is on the plate side because the rollers are going to stick out more. So that way you can mushroom it over it after we do this.
Nice. As you guys can see, this is the finished product of the beautiful rear caliper by Brembo. This is the racing version. It's in black, coated by I believe collaboration with Moto Million. Looks great. It's matching great with this side. We'll keep you guys updated for the next video. It's here from Wagner Motorsport. I want to thank you guys. Thank you. Thank each viewer of you guys. I want to give you a big thanks for everything, for the support. All this won't happen without you guys. Stay tuned for the next video and see you guys soon. Peace.